What if the reason you still feel limited, despite all your inner work, is because you've only been working with the fraction of your energy field? I'm Dr. Katja Rusanen, spiritual counselor and best-selling author, and today I'm joined by Art Giser, who is creator of Energetic NLP, internationally renowned speaker, intuitive coach, and master healer. Art's superpower truly is his magical ability to heal people's unconscious, spiritual, and energetic blocks. They discover how amazing they are, have more fun, health, and success, and contribute more to the world. So you are up here for a treat. So welcome, Art. It's great to have you here.
Oh, it's a privilege for me. I love the work you're doing in the world, and I love this summit. So I'm really grateful to be part of it.
Thank you. And today you promised you'll be sharing how to use the planes of transformation. And you must likely also explain what they are. You'll experience a powerful remote energy work that clears blocks and awakens your abilities in two of these planes right during this session. So stay tuned here and let's get started. I can't wait to hear more. So, Art, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. And a couple things before we get really into this. Sometimes people are listening to these, even if it's a recording. If you're driving, don't. It's like the energies we're going to be working with are designed to get you to go inward, not how you want to be when you're driving. So be sure if you are driving, either pull over or turn it off, and you'll be able to watch the recordings in the future. And I have one other request for all of you, and it may sound like a strange request, but I hope you'll honor it, which is I don't want you to believe anything I tell you. And yes, you heard that right. I don't want you to believe anything I tell you. I want you to explore what I tell you. My goal is always to help people connect with their own spiritual information. And that'll be better than what anybody else can teach you. What we can teach you are ways of thinking that will help get you to your own really authentic spiritual information. So please don't believe what I'm saying. And I made up a term. I call it beliefs du jour, like soup du jour. So this is what I believe right now. I haven't come down from Mount Sinai with the tablets. This is not the ultimate truth. So have fun with this, explore it. The more playful you are with these ideas, the less you try to put them in little cognitive boxes, uh, the more you'll get out of it. There's a term that called ineffable, and it's not one you hear a lot, but it is an old spiritual term. And it's the idea that when you get into certain levels of spirituality, we really don't have words for it. So I'm going to be talking about these planes of transformation, planes of existences. And we the language takes something multidimensional and incredible and tries to put it in a neat little box. So you'll get the most out of this by just using what I say as a starting point, as a way of thinking about it, and allow your own spirit to magnify what I'm saying. So people talk about the planes of existence. I like to call them the planes of transformation because that's where we can really use it. And it's the idea that there's multiple, that you exist on multiple planes of reality. Right now, you're existing on multiple planes of reality, and you're probably familiar with at least a couple of them. So the first one, physical plane. So that's, the physical world where we are right now. And then you probably heard of the etheric plane and the astral plane, and I'll talk more about that. But there's a number of other planes, and I'll run through the names and then we'll talk about them. And then we will work with two of the planes to bring your ability to use them to transform your own or other people's lives right now. So the names of them, I'll just list them first. And by the way, different systems and different groups call them different names. So again, if you're used to thinking of them with other names, you can change the name in your head if you want. But for right now, just play with these. So physical plane, etheric plane, astral plane, mental plane, causal plane, Buddhic plane, atmic plane, monadic plane, and adi plane. And I'll go back through those. And I'm just saying the names right now so they go into your unconscious mind. So as we talk about them, they're going to start sounding familiar because you've already heard the terms. So, and I'm just going to vaguely go through them. So the physical plane is obvious. Etheric plane is that first level where things are no longer physical. You're getting into your energetic selves. And the etheric plane is really the bridge between all the higher frequency planes and the physical plane. So the etheric, you can think of it as being close to your body, being right next to your body. Above that, and let me back up and say, when I say above that or higher, it doesn't mean they're superior. It means literally they're higher. So like a soprano is not superior to a tenor. It's a whole different range of reality. So each one of these planes is going up into higher energies. So there's the physical, etheric. The next one up is the astral plane, which, again, a lot of you are probably at least somewhat familiar with it, familiar with the name. And that gets into the dream state and certain levels of emotions. Then when you go back above that, it's what's called the mental plane. And that's the plane of thought and intellect, and the power of your thoughts and your intellect. Above that is called the causal plane. And the causal plane starts getting into your soul purposes and karma. So think of it as like some of the deeper causes for what happens in your life. When you go above that, is what's called the Buddhic plane. And it doesn't necessarily have anything directly to do with Buddha, but if you think of what Buddha represents, so compassion, the idea of connection to all that is, to unity, to wisdom. So the Buddhic plane is when you're really getting into more compassion, wisdom, and an awareness of the oneness. The Atmic plane is even a higher frequency. And people talk about it being divine will, um, uh, true, true selfhood. And so that's an even, and by the way, the higher we get in the planes, the more the words don't do them justice. So just know that you're getting even beyond the idea of compassion and soul purposes. The monadic plane is above that, and that's the plane of true unity, of oneness. And then above that is the Adi plane. And the Adi plane transcends all of this. It's pure potential. So above unity is like pure potential. And it's one of the places you can draw upon a lot of miracle energy because it's just pure potential. So again, the physical plane, right above that, etheric plane, astral plane, mental plane, which again is logic, thought, intellect, causal plane, soul purposes and karma, Buddhic plane, compassion, wisdom, experience of oneness. Atmic plane is going even above that. Monadic plane is unity, true unity. And the Adi plane is even going beyond unity to just pure potential, formlessness. And the thing is, you already exist in all of these planes. Your vaster self. So we're all in, and again, remember these are beliefs du jour. So these are ideas to play with. So if you think of that, you have a vaster self, even beyond what you think of as your soul. And you in this lifetime are an incarnation of part of that vaster self. That vaster self exists everywhere, right now. So you don't have to get to these planes. You're already in them on a certain level. We're just opening up the connections to them. When I was first learning about these, I thought, oh, how do I get to these planes? Well, the thing is, you're already there. Your human personality may not have a good connection to them. And that's what we're going to start opening up today, is your connection to all these different planes. And all of them allow different levels of transformation. So again, my advice is don't try to nail this down too much. Just sort of get the feel of it, the gestalt, you might say, of each one. And before we start working on them, there's a couple of concepts I need to introduce from energetic NLP, and then we're just going to play with these. It's going to be easy, fun, and transformative. And one of the things I guess I should mention is one of my specialties is remote energy work, and it's something Katja does. All of you, well, we can teach you how to do that. So when we say we do remote energy work, we're not saying we're on some different plane than the rest of you. Everybody can do it. And in fact, the idea of praying for people, even people at a distance is a very old idea. And that's part of the idea that energy can work remotely. So there's a couple of concepts. So, and one I've mentioned already is the more playful you are with this, the more you treat this as a kind of a fun thing, the stronger it'll be, the more benefits you'll get. So if you were 5 years old and I went, okay, pretend you can fill the room you're in with sparkling gold energy, you would giggle and you would pretend you could do it and it would happen because energy follows your thoughts and intentions. This is an old spiritual principle. Energy follows your thoughts and intentions. Sometimes people say energy, where thought goes, energy flows. There's different ways people say it. And it sounds like that's too easy. And it really is that easy. So the more playful you are, the more you'll access the abilities of your spirit and your unconscious mind. And then later you analyze this. So if you're like I used to be when I was learning, I was always analyzing what do they mean, and is this what I've been taught before, and am I doing it right, and somebody else doing it better, and why am I thinking of mundane thoughts? I should be thinking of spiritual thoughts, just all this kind of stuff. And while this is going on, the more that you just are playful and just let yourself have whatever experience you're having. When this is going on, if you see neon angels, great. If you're thinking about, oh, when am I going to do my laundry? It's also fine. A lot of times when you do energy work, as you're clearing, what comes up at first are very, very mundane thoughts. And that's fine. That's fantastic. So if you're thinking like high spiritual thoughts, wonderful. If you're thinking mundane thoughts, wonderful. Just let yourself have whatever experience you're having. When the energy is flowing, if you feel it, wonderful. If you don't feel it, it still works. Uh, the only reason it wouldn't work is if you start going, oh, I should be feeling it. Why am I not feeling it? Again, then you get balled up in it. And again, if you're like most of us, some of that's going to be going on in the background. So you don't need to stop it. Just allow it to be there and don't fight it, don't feed it. A lot of you are familiar with the concept of mindfulness. And in mindfulness, you just notice what's coming up and you don't judge it. Okay, these thoughts are coming up, emotions are coming up. So you're going to be doing a lot of clearing. So things are going to be coming up. Just let them go. There's nothing to analyze, nothing to figure out. They're coming up because they're old stuff that your spirit wants you to let go of. So just let them let go. So if you're feeling it, great. Not feeling it, still works. If you're having profound thoughts, great. Mundane thoughts, great. Sometimes people have physical reactions while the energy is flowing. And if that happens, that's fine. So you might temporarily feel aches or pains and just let them release. Sometimes when you're releasing blocks, they physicalize briefly. So if you often go, ow, my shoulder hurts or something, just go, okay, fine, good, and just let it release. You may get really sleepy. I work with very high frequency energies, and they tend to put people in altered states. So when this is done, you might go, I don't remember a lot of what Art said. I feel good, but I don't remember what he said. You can always watch a recording later. So if you don't remember a lot of what happens, that's fine. That's wonderful. Even if you go, I might have been asleep. Once you set your intentions and give him permission and put your spirit in charge, even if you went all the way to sleep, you would still get the benefits. And I'll explain that all in a minute. So the main thing, just let yourself have whatever experience you have. Let go of trying to consciously control it. So there's a concept from energetic NLP called your miraculous self. Your miraculous self. And for short, I'll often call it just your M for miraculous self. Clever, huh? And um, your miraculous self is formed when your spirit, with its vast perspective, and your deep inner human wisdom, with its very practical perspective, come together and align to guide you, nurture you, support you, and help you manifest. Guide you, nurture you, heal you, support you, and help you manifest. And you might think, well, doesn't my spirit and my inner wisdom automatically work together? The answer is no, they don't automatically work together. It would be nice if they did. And your miraculous self is different than your high self. Your high self just exists. Your miraculous self only kind of sort of exists until you start working with it. Think of it like a muscle in your body that you haven't been using much. So it's there, but it really can't do much. But if you start using it, all of a sudden it gets stronger, flexible, it can start doing things. And your miraculous self is like that. And in a moment, we're going to create your miraculous self, which is really, really, really simple. It's so simple, some of you will try to make it hard. Let it be really simple. So first, we're going to set our energy space. And I'm going to describe certain things as visualizations. It doesn't matter. You don't need to actually see them in your mind's eye. If you see them, great. If not, if you pretend you're seeing them, it works perfectly well. So for those of you that aren't great visualizers, relax about it. If you pretend you're seeing it, your unconscious mind will see it and it will work. So imagine a giant gold ball of energy while we're in this session together. And if you're watching this later as recording, if you imagine that you will connect with the energies, the energies will be connected to the recording. And it doesn't matter, 100 years from now, you could watch it. You would still connect to the energies. I've been doing this kind of work for more than 40 years. So it just works. So imagine a giant gold ball of energy. And that's our space together for what we're doing. And let's just imagine, declare it's a space of miracles. Just declare it is. It's a space of miracle. It's a space of effortlessness. It's a space where you feel loved, acknowledged, where you feel worthy. It's a space where it's easy for the energy to dissolve old limiting beliefs, old karma, old unconscious beliefs, energetic programming that's stuck in your space. And it's a space where it's easy for you to get downloads from your miraculous self. So while we're working, we're not only going to be clearing, but your miraculous self is going to be giving you downloads, like a download to your phone or your computer. And the downloads will be of wisdom and knowledge and concepts, skills, abilities, attitudes, and behaviors, emotions, and energies from your miraculous self. And they'll be downloaded into you. And you don't need to know what they are because they're coming from your own spirit and wisdom. They'll be downloaded into you. Then, like a computer program, they'll be installed into your personality, and then your miraculous self will run them appropriately. So we're going to be doing clearing and then this updating of all the programming in you so that you live a life that's happier, more successful. You develop spiritually, personally. You have more abundance, more love, more vitality. And we're just going to let this be really easy and natural because it really is natural. It's just something that we haven't necessarily learned to open up to. So let's first create your miraculous self, then we'll start working with the planes of transformation. And creating your miraculous self, again, it's so simple. Some of you will try to make it complicated. In everything we're doing, you set your intention, you give permission to receive the benefits, because you all know you need to set intentions. What most people don't know to teach you is you also have to give permission to receive the benefits because they don't automatically go together. So you'll set intention, give permission to receive the benefits. You'll give permission for your miraculous self to be in charge of how this works. And then the fourth part is to use your imagination. So when I was younger, I would try to figure out if things were working or not. And that just gets in the way. And I discovered with myself and with my students and clients that if we just pretended the energies were flowing, they flow. So while it's going on, just pretend these miraculous energies are coming in to enhance your life. Then later you can analyze it to your heart's content. While it's going on, bring out your inner playful child and just go, okay, I'm just pretending wonderful energies are coming in. And they will. But just pretend they're happening. And then later, after it's done, you'll notice the effects and you can analyze it as much as you want or watch the recordings and analyze those. While it's going on, just pretend it's happening. So if you want to, and I hope you do, set your intention right now that your spirit, with its vast perspective, and your deep inner human wisdom, with its very practical perspective, are going to come together and align and intertwine to create your miraculous self. And that your miraculous self from now on for the rest of your life can guide you, nurture you, heal you, support you, and help you manifest. Guide you, nurture you, heal you, support you, and help you manifest. So if you want that, you can just say yes to what Art said. You give 100% permission to receive that or something even better. And then this is the real magical part. Just imagine energies are coming in and helping your spirit and inner wisdom right now create your miraculous self. As easy as that. And just take an easy, deep breath or two and just imagine it's happening. Great, easy, deep breath. And now just imagine you have a miraculous self. And again, I'll just call it your M. Imagine you have one. And give it 100% permission to be in charge of what happens. So in a moment, you're going to set your intentions and give permission, and then you'll let your miraculous self be in charge of how it happens. And you let go of conscious control, but after you set your own intention. So the conscious mind's role in this is setting intention and giving permission. Then its job is to let your miraculous self do the magic and to use the energies. So my job is to get the energies flowing. And again, if you're watching this as a recording, if you imagine it's happening right now, the energies will happen. However you believe that happens, because I've been doing this for decades now, it works. So just imagine now you have a miraculous self. And let's start with the Buddhic plane. And again, the Buddha plane, you don't need to be a Buddhist to work with the Buddhic plane. That's what we associate with Buddha, the idea of compassion, wisdom, and an awareness that you're part of everything and everything's part of you. That you still have your individuality, but you're aware of you're part of the entire universe. You're part of existence. And as I said, your vaster self is already there. So what we're doing is we're going to open up the lines of communication so that wisdom, that compassion for others and for yourself, and that awareness of the interconnection of everything, which changes everything in your life. You don't have to have perfect wisdom, perfect compassion, perfect experience of oneness. Every little bit of that you get makes your life incredibly better. So, and I don't think there's even an end point with it. Maybe like total enlightenment, yeah. But that doesn't matter. Every bit of that you bring in, every bit of more compassion and wisdom and experience of oneness will enhance your life. We're going to work with that first. Then we're going to work with the causal plane, which again is karma, soul purposes, and really allow you more freedom to create your life in more and more wonderful directions. So let's start with the Buddhic plane. And remember, your conscious mind isn't supposed to know how to do this. Your spirit knows everything about your energy field. It knows way more about all this than I do. So if all the information you need is in there with your spirit, and it's going to be working with your inner wisdom so that comes into your life in a way that really enhances your life. So take a couple easy deep breaths and relax. Remember, this is a zone of no effort. This is a zone of miracles. And while we're doing this, I'll remind you, resistance likely will pop up, which is good. Little voices or images or thoughts. And just when things pop up or feelings, like old emotions may be released, you may all of a sudden feel antsy, or you might feel anxious, or you might feel uh, fear, you might feel who knows what. Whatever comes up, just let it leave. These are old energies that your miraculous self is just releasing because you don't need them anymore. So in energetic NLP, we don't talk about positive or negative energies. Energies are either yours or they're not yours. If they're not yours, they're either helpful or not. Because as soon as you label them as negative, you can get into resistance to them. And you probably heard this statement, which is true, what you resist persists. So we don't need to judge them or label them. The energies are either, if they're not yours, they're either helpful or not. And your miraculous self will figure that out. If they are your energies, they either belong in present time or they don't. So what doesn't belong in present time is old, painful, or traumatic emotional energies. You want to keep the learnings, but the painful energies, they don't belong in the present anymore. And we all our entire life are absorbing other people's emotional energies. So we're releasing those or past life energies. So again, whatever's releasing, just let it go. Your miraculous self isn't going to release anything that shouldn't be released. It's not going to clear any karma that shouldn't be cleared. Your spirit will figure this all out. So take a couple easy deep breaths. Set your intention, and what we're doing now is going to open up your ability to bring in from the Buddhic plane wisdom, compassion, and experience of oneness. And you can add or better, or something your miraculous self has in mind that might be even better than what I'm saying. Give 100% permission to receive those benefits. Give 100% permission for your miraculous self to be in charge. So again, my job is to get the energies flowing. Your miraculous self will figure out what to do with them. And then the last job for you is just to use your imagination and start pretending right now all these wonderful energies are coming in. So you've set your intention, given permission, and now just allow it to happen. And it even helps if you smile. So being serious will get in the way. So just remember, we're being playful. Just pretend this is happening. No expectations. There you go. When you smile, it actually triggers mechanisms in your body to kind of be more relaxed about it. So we're clearing programming from past lives, from teachers, from different experiences, from your ancestors, wherever the programming comes from, unconsciously or energetically. It's all being cleared. Anything that gets in the way of your connecting to the Buddhic plane and having all the benefits of that connection. And as the old programming and beliefs are dissolving, your miraculous self is giving you downloads of wisdom and knowledge and concepts, skills, abilities, attitudes, behaviors, emotions, and energies that will open up your ability to bring all these benefits in from the Buddhic plane. Just let your miraculous self figure all that out. And the download will be downloaded into you, installed into your personality, and then your miraculous self will run it. So you get all these benefits from the Buddhic plane. And affirm you're giving permission for your miraculous self to be dissolving whatever's blocking that, whether it's what are called spiritual contracts or programming or beliefs, karma, and just let your miraculous self figure it all out. And your miraculous self is also working with all of your chakras and your energy field and your energy channels so that you can be more connected to the Buddhic plane. And again, just let your miraculous self figure all that out. And be aware that you don't just have 7 chakras, and they're not all in your body. You have chakras above your head going up typically at least 3 meters, 9 feet. And you have ones below your feet, and you have a lot of them in your body, many more than 7. And the great news is your miraculous self knows everything about this. So just imagine your entire energy field is being reset, reprogrammed, so you can bring in energies from the Buddhic plane to wonderfully enhance your life here and now and in the future. For extra credit, you can even imagine healing is going into your past, even into past lives. Okay. Just imagine healing is coming into the present, into your past lives, and healing is even going into your future self, enhancing your future beyond what we're doing just today. And while that continues, let's also open up the causal plane to you. So allow wonderful healing to be going into the causal plane for you. Again, working with karma, soul purposes, clearing them, updating them. We're not stuck with the purposes that our souls came in when you were first born. The people that are attracted to Katja's work and these kind of programs, we're all people that want to grow and evolve. So you're allowed to evolve your life purposes, change what they mean to you, or even completely change them. So just give your miraculous self permission now to work on the causal plane, open up your connections to it, but also do an incredible healing in the causal plane, releasing karma that doesn't serve you anymore, changing soul contracts. Soul contracts are agreements that your soul or spirit have made. A lot of them are from past lives. A lot of them come from your ancestors that somehow got passed down to you, and they're not your truth and they're not your life. And again, just let your miraculous self figure it out. So just imagine this incredible healing going on in your in your causal plane. Easy deep breaths. Remember to smile. There's no effort involved. And let your miraculous self give you a download now that will help you in working with the causal plane, with your causal plane. So you're getting a download again of wisdom and knowledge and concepts and skills, abilities, attitudes, and behaviors that will help you in working with your soul purposes and your karma, and to keep updating those so that you can really live your life authentically from the person that you are and the person that you're blossoming into becoming. Because again, you wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't a person who didn't want to keep growing and blossoming. And then give your miraculous self permission to create a little, tiny energy crystal. So it's like a crystal, but it's just energy. And it's really tiny and really powerful. And this crystal is connecting you more strongly to the Buddhic plane so that you can keep bringing in more compassion, wisdom, and experience of oneness. So just pretend right now your miraculous self can create this little tiny, but super powerful crystal. And it's a portal that will connect you with the Buddhic plane, and your miraculous self will be in charge of it. So it'll open and close as is appropriate for you. And then give your miraculous self permission to install it into your energy field. So you now have this portal in you now that anytime your miraculous self wants can open up and bring in more of that Buddhic plane energy, or it can close down. It can be at whatever level is appropriate for whatever you're doing and whatever you want in life. So just pretend now that's getting installed in you, and you don't have to worry about where. Just let your miraculous self figure it all out. And let it also create a little crystal that connects you to the causal plane. And let that get installed in you, giving you the ability to bring in the benefits of your causal plane and also to be able to work with the causal plane to keep enhancing it. Keep releasing karma and keep updating your soul purposes. And just imagine now that's part of you. Once it's installed, you have it forever, and give your miraculous self permission to be in charge of those crystals and to open and close them and work with them in whatever way enhances your life. So that you have a life that's happier, more successful, more profoundly satisfying. There's more love, better relationships, better health, and it allows you to contribute more to the world. And all of that does allow you to contribute more to others, to the world. Okay, let's bring in energies now that will help you process and integrate the benefits of what you did. Energies that will help you process and integrate the benefits of what you just did. And just know you're going to be integrating these benefits for at least days, probably weeks. And that's a good thing. So these energies will help that integration be flowing and easy. It doesn't have to be boom all at once. It can integrate into your life in a really flowing, beautiful way. And then imagine from the heart of the earth a column of energy coming up near the base of your spine, a grounding column of energy, and give the earth permission to ground only your authentic energy into your body. Ground only your authentic energy into your body. And give your miraculous self and the earth permission to use that grounding to keep releasing whatever your miraculous self wants to release down the grounding into the earth, and the earth will just transmute those energies and turn them into pure energies. And at the same time, coming up from the earth are Mother Earth, Mother Nature energies that love you, acknowledge you, heal you, and help you manifest. Love you, heal you, acknowledge you, and help you manifest. And energies that give you more courage, strength, motivation, patience, relaxation, enjoyment, and love. So let's bring in some nice sparkling energy. Start wiggling your fingers and toes. Set your intention and give permission that if you're doing anything after this that requires safety, that your miraculous self and your unconscious mind make sure that you're automatically grounded, safe, and alert, grounded, safe, and alert, grounded, safe, and alert. So wiggle your fingers and toes. Remember, you have this wonderful grounding. You can feel it can actually help with the energy to there's a few movements you can try, like you rub it across your forehead and down your face is one, rubbing your arms, like from your shoulders down, rubbing your hands. You can even you put cross your hands and you just slowly tap one side and the other. You can also massage your ears because there's all these acupuncture points in your ears. So all of these things will help you integrate what you're doing, including this that's kind of gentle tapping. So uh, just allow that to be integrating and processing. Again, bring in sparkling energy to wake up, and we're back. So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. That was
Eh,
so beautiful experience. And I definitely love also that you help us to come back because I went
yes.
very, very far.
Yes. There'll be other wonderful sessions. I want people back and awake.
Yes, 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 yes. And it is, of course, always like you said, this is a process. It keeps continuing. And can people come back here to listen to this again? What's your recommendation there?
Oh, I highly recommend that. Yeah, it's um, I think initially it would be great within about a week to do it at least once more, and then if they, in the future, whenever they feel inclined, because the more you do this each time, it's like peeling an onion, layers and layers of things that block us and resistance keep clearing. And uh, so people will get more out of it anytime they'd listen to it. So yes, I would recommend at least once. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
awesome. And it
yeah,
is available. So anytime you feel the need, you can come back
yeah.
and do this process again. And now, if some people might want to go even deeper because they had the miraculous experience, I certainly did. So then you've promised a gift for people. So could you tell a little bit about that?
And so the gift is a program I have. It's recorded, and as I've said, the energy works on recordings too. And it's about experiencing divine love, and by watching it, so there's infinite divine love, and we have all kinds of programming that blocks it. I mean, kind of the cosmic joke on humanity is we all want love, and we're surrounded by love, constantly. But and it's not bad or wrong for whatever reasons. It's part of the human experience that most of us block that. We don't feel worthy or this or that. And of course, and I'll use vague words like the divine and whatever that means to people listening. The divine wants to love you. And it's not putting all these rules up. So in this program, you'll clear karma, you'll clear unconscious programming and spiritual contracts and limiting beliefs that prevent us from experiencing divine love. And the more people experience divine love, the more it improves their own lives, but the more you're changing the whole energy field of humanity. So the more people that bring it in, the more people on an inner level, they don't consciously know you're doing it, but on an inner level, part of them goes, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And so the more of us that do it, the more people that do it, the more the world's going to change. So, and it's an easy and fun program. And I'm sorry, I'm a little spaced from the energy work myself.
Yeah, I know. We need to ground ourselves too.
Ground, yes. Yes. Anyways, uh, modesty aside, it's a really simple, powerful program, and I think people will, if they love this, they'll love that.
Yes, and you will find the link if you on the show notes.
Right.
So click it and get that beautiful gift from Art. And I just want to truly thank you for being part of
Mm.
this Spiritual Growth Summit as you have supported people to grow and heal and clear and all the good stuff. So I really appreciate you for being here with us today.
Well, thank you. And again, it's an honor to be part of it. I think what you're doing in the world is part of, this whole movement of trying to really change the consciousness of humanity so that, you know, people have said for a long time that the new age was going to be messy, but it was leading to something great. So we're in the messy now, which is exactly what people had predicted. And
Yeah.
I think people like you are helping humanity move it out of the messy into this incredible possibilities for the future. So I'm
And
really honored to be part of it.
thank you. And so are you. I love the work that you do in the world. And
And
thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for tuning in. And please do leave a comment below and share what was your biggest takeaway? What was your experience? We'd love to hear from you. And stay tuned for more. So bye for now.